Greetings. My name is Dana Lee Hines, and I am an adult geriatric nurse practitioner. I'm the CEO and founder of Hines Health and Wellness, PLLC. And today, I'm going to talk to you about stroke. Stroke kills. Don't let it kill you. Did you know that there are two different types of stroke? And that stroke can occur at any age. It can occur to a baby who is still in their mother's womb. But today, I'm going to talk about stroke in adults. The medical term for stroke is cerebral vascular accident, or CVA. I'm going to give you a few quick facts concerning stroke. So please, if you don't have pen and paper, grab a pen and paper because these are important facts and I want you to remember. I find that when I write things down, I'm more apt to remember them. Did you know that every 4 minutes, someone in the U.S. dies of a stroke? Stroke is the leading cause of disability among Americans, half of which are over the age of 65. White Americans are less likely to die of stroke than Black and Brown Americans. The risk of having a stroke is twice as high for us than it is whites. To fight this disease, first we need to know the two different types of stroke. First is the hemorrhagic stroke. This occurs when a blood vessel in the brain suddenly ruptures or bursts, and you begin to hemorrhage inside of the brain. For example, when you have a water hose that is running water through the hose forcefully and very strong, it may rupture and cause a leak in that hose. So imagine that hose being in your brain, and this is the blood vessel where the blood is flowing so forcefully that it causes that blood vessel in your brain to rupture. So now you have blood that is spilling out into the brain. This is why high blood pressure is so important to control. High blood pressure is the leading cause of stroke in the U.S. The second type of stroke is an ischemic or embolic stroke. This stroke occurs when there's a blood clot or a mass in that blood vessel, and it blocks the flow of blood. Brain death occurs when oxygen-rich blood cannot flow through those vessels in the brain. So imagine a diabetic who has a toe that is black. The toe is black because the blood vessels to that toe are damaged. And so oxygen-rich blood cannot get to that toe. And now the toe is dead. Now, what are the signs of a stroke? We're going to use the acronym FAST by the American Heart Association. FAST. F stands for face. Does the person's face have a facial droop, or when they smile, one side of their mouth is down, kind of like this? A stands for arm. Is one arm weaker than the other, or does one arm drift down? For example, you ask the person to hold their arms out, but one arm is going down. That can be a sign of a stroke. They can't hold that arm up because it is weak. S stands for speech. Is the person's speech slurred, garbled? You're not able to understand what they're saying? An example is this. I can't. That is an example of garbled or slurred speech. T stands for time. When someone is showing the signs and symptoms of a stroke, we need to get on the phone and call 911. We need EMS out there immediately. The faster EMS is there, the less chance a person has of dying from a stroke. The longer you try to wait to figure it out, the more cells in that brain are dying. And last but not least, how can you take your health and reduce your chances of a stroke? 1, diet and exercise. 30 minutes, at least 3 to 5 times a week. Your diet, making sure that you are cutting your sugar, your carbs, and foods that are high in fat. Lower your blood pressure and your cholesterol. Get your blood pressure under control. That top number needs to be 120 or less. That bottom number needs to be less than 80. I have a video on my YouTube channel, Hines Health and Wellness, called Know Your Numbers. Please check that video out. I also have a risk assessment app that I can use to determine how high of a risk you are for having a stroke or heart attack within the next 10 years. And if you smoke, quit smoking. Yes, you have to quit smoking if you smoke. If you need help, the CDC has a free helpline, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. But before I leave, I want to say I have a few things regarding COVID. COVID is here and it is not going anywhere, as we know, anytime soon. If you have heart disease, if you have had a stroke or at risk for a stroke, you are going to be at risk for contracting COVID. Not just contracting COVID, but dying from COVID. Heart disease increases your risk factors. So as we move into flu and cold season, it will be very difficult to tell the difference. So don't waste time trying to figure it out. Go and get that COVID test. And remember the 3 W's and an F. The 3 W's: wait 6 feet apart, wash hands, and wear your mask. And the F is that flu shot. Please get your flu shot. It will help to prevent you from getting the flu. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you today about stroke and COVID. I can be reached at hinescardiovascularhealth@gmail.com or by phone, area code 336-252-4524 for any questions or concerns. Thank you so much and have a great day.